I'll start again. Good afternoon. I'm Tom Butcher of the Zero Project, and I'm honored to be here today with Valerie Michaelis of the Enterprise Training Center here in Austria, and on my right, Nick Gross of ASFINAG, which is actually one of Valerie's project partners. Today, we'll be chatting about Inclusive IT, an innovative training program to recruit new IT professionals. So, to kick off, Valerie, how does your program promote diversity and inclusion in the IT sector?
Well, good afternoon, Tom, and thank you very much for having us. It's a great honor to be here, especially talking about deployment and ICT. And well, before I jump into answering your question, let me give a short context from where we are coming from. So, as you said before, I'm working for ETC, an enterprise training center, and we are specialized in the field of IT trainings. So, we provide trainings for IT professionals, but also for IT fundamental trainings. And that's what we have been doing for the last 25 years for our core business. But on the other hand, there's also talent services that we are working on. It's a new area we are working on. It's a job profile-based training program, also in the sense of recruit, train, and deploy. And that's exactly what we're doing in the project Inclusive IT, which is a dual IT training program for people with disabilities to support them or with the overall primary target to enter the IT job market at the end of the program. Yes.
Right. Thanks so much. So to go on, how do you see what you're doing as addressing unemployment and IT skill shortages?
Mm-hmm. Well, let me say something. Talking about diversity and inclusion, we all know it's important and it's beneficial for all participating parties, but it's still necessary to emphasize the beauty in it. So diverse teams of people with different backgrounds that bring unique experiences, viewpoints, different solution solving approaches, and diverse teams, which is also proven, they are better equipped to actually meet those challenges. So also thinking about, the rapid transformation of our environment, the labor market, our personal surroundings, and so on, which is significantly driven by digitalization, it's more important to talk about inclusion and diversity. It's nothing we want to avoid, it's just something we want to focus on, because there is a beauty and it's beneficial for all of the participating parties.
Great, thank you so much. And I'm now going to talk and turn to Nick and say, Nick, you're part of the current program, if I remember rightly. What's your motivation behind it?
First, also thank you very much for this invitation, Tom. It is very important for me to speak about this theme because it's very hard for me still to say in 2025 to still talk about inclusion. Everybody has the same chances today, the same abilities to do a job, especially in our company. We have so many different job titles, so that it is very important for me to get to work with Valerie, so that we can find new talents for us and that we can bring people to the job. That's it. That's my motivation. Everybody who wants a job has to get a job.
Don't worry. Thank you very much indeed. So that's the kind of basic, I won't say out of the way, but now we have the basic kind of foundation of everything. What I'd be really interested in, Valerie, to start with, which is how do you find partners? What is the criterion, or indeed, what are the criteria for becoming a partner, and what does a partner have to contribute to the whole process?
Well, generally speaking, the entire program is publicly funded, which is beneficial. So for the participants themselves, they don't have to pay anything, and for the companies providing the IT internship, it's only a minor one-time fee to participate. So coming back to your question, how is the recruiting process of the companies as well as of the people who want to join the program? Well, of course, there needs to be a certain kind, they need to meet prerequisites for the company itself. So let's put it like being open-minded and having providing the environment for people with different disabilities to join the program, and also the IT internship. And for the people themselves, they, as mentioned before, they have to, for example, meet certain German language skills. They have to have deep interest in IT. They have to go through interviews and job profile screening process, as well as a general digital knowledge exam, just to better understand where to start the educational program, the vocational training, and also to be prepared whatever may come next.
Right. Thanks so much. So one of the questions I wanted to ask is just how big are your partners? Do they vary in size from the small 2-3 people right the way through to the big ones?
It's really different. It's not 5 people companies. It's more like Asfinag is a very big company, so it's really different. Different partners coming from different industries, providing also different surroundings. Yes, it's just important, or it's not just important, but it's important that they're able to provide the IT internship, so that the people who are participating gain practical experience at the end of the day. Because at ETC, we are the training provider. We are providing the theoretical background, also a coached learning environment, hybrid learning sessions, so it's classroom learning, it's on-site learning or online learning. But it also needs, as the dual vocational system means, the practical experience, and that's what the participants, participating companies provide at the end of the day.
Great, thank you. And I'm going to turn, Nick, to you. As you can hear, I'm a Brit. I don't know about Asfinag, so I have no concept about your size, the kind of people you were looking for, and the kind of skills. So do you think you could tell me and our audience so that we're able to put things into context a bit more?
Asfinag is a public company owned by the state of Austria. It's for the railways on the street. We do the enforcement, we do the buildings, we build new streets, and we have about 3,000 employees. Different kinds of departments, like IT departments, also the enforcement department, video department, and so on. At the moment, we are looking for people who work with IT. It's very important for us to gain people and to interest and to motivate the people to get them into jobs. That's my main goal, to help people to get a job and be part of our great company.
May I add from this side, because it's
Absolutely.
also, especially in Austria, but I think it's a world issue, there is a significant shortage of IT professionals on the market, and the market is changing, as mentioned before. That's why it's so important for all of us, being an employer, being an employee, that you have a certain kind of digital skill set. And inclusive IT provides a solution for this shortage of IT professional, but it's also an approach to improve the employment rate among people with disabilities. And it's, I know I say it again, but I think it's really important to emphasize that it's beneficial for all people and parties included.
Great, thanks so much. I've got a couple of questions here. They're kind of discontinuous, but the first question is, Enterprise Training Centre, based here in Austria, in Vienna.
Yes, it's based in Vienna, but there are subsidiaries in other parts of Austria as well. And since we are providing trainings, hybrid training concepts,
Yes.
it doesn't matter if you're in Vienna or if you're in Vorarlberg, you can join anywhere.
Right. But am I right in believing that you also have relationships with international tech companies? Could you tell us a little bit about that and how you went about creating those relationships?
Yeah, of course. I would say one of our most important relationship or partner certainly is Microsoft. We are providing trainings for their technologies, for their services. And one of the top profile-based trainings is part of the Inclusive IT program as well. So it enables all participants to work with the different kind of services or service providers. But it's not only Microsoft, it's other players as well, like Red Hat or Cisco or any other provider. So since the company has been on the market for more than 25 years, there is a strong network and experience back then.
And I presume the experience is shared across the partners.
Yes,
and that must be a really very important part.
Of course, it's also about continuous learning, also from each other, especially in the program, but also within the network. There's an international network that we are part of, so meeting on a regular basis to learn from different initiatives, different target groups, and so on, to get a better understanding, okay, what are the trends, where should we look forward to, where should we, or what should we do, and so on. So, yeah, it's continuous learning on many, many levels.
Yeah, I can imagine. Otherwise, you can't keep up with things, and there's no degree of success. A couple of questions to finish off with, which is, do you cater for all ages? And Nick, were you looking for people across the age spectrum?
We're looking for all ages and all genders.
Same, all target groups. It doesn't matter if they're from which educational background they come. It doesn't matter.
Oh, great, excellent. And then one other question that I was wondering about is just how do you do this? Do the interns and trainees go off to the individual companies, or might they do their training from home, or is it a hybrid?
No, it's a hybrid training concept. So it's both, it's classroom training as well as online training or video-based trainings, and also going to the company to gain this practical experience. Yeah. It depends on the organizational commitment or how they actually provide the working area. But basically, it's also important to go there to gain the experience they need to better understand how the company works, what's the specific work field you're working in, and so on. Yes. So I would say it's a hybrid version.
Great. Yes, because I'm from having worked in offices throughout my life, just the experience of being in an office is so important. Okay, we've got 1 minute, 16 seconds. So I'm going to go straight over to Nick and say, Nick, can you give us 2 things that you would like the audience to take away with them?
Yes, Tom, I have. The most important thing is everybody who wants a job has to get a job. And the second thing is motivation. Motivation for all the people out there who want to be part of us.
Thank you very much. And Valerie, the same for you.
I think it's a call for action. Don't be afraid, which is available for both target groups, for both participants, the companies and the people themselves. Don't be afraid to jump into the IT job market. Don't be afraid to learn something new and to accept challenges.
Great. Thank you very much. And can we go on to any website to look at your website? Is it www.etc.at?
Yes, exactly.
There you go. Yeah. I would recommend you to go and have a look at the website. Valerie, thank you. Nick,
Thank
you. It sounds as if you're running something absolutely superb. And goodbye from me from Vienna.
Thank